Today we are going to discuss the last two sections of chapter 6, ratio and proportion. We are going to discuss the unit conversion, metric system, and in the last section we are going to discuss how we can convert American units to metric units and vice versa. The first thing we want to discuss is about the metric system. Then the metric system is based on the base 10 number system, and there are common prefixes that we can adopt in the is adopted by the metric system. These prefixes indicate the power of 10, and we can apply for any base unit. That base units in our case will be grams for mass, meters for length, and liters for volume. Then these prefixes indicate some power of 10. For example, if we had deca, this means 10. Hecto means 100. Kilo means 1,000. Deci means tenth. Centi means hundredth, and milli means thousandth. Then this we can abbreviate these prefixes just using one or two letters. For example, for deca we had DA. For hecto, we had just H. For kilo, we had just K. For deci, we had just D. For centi, we had just C, small c. And for milli, we had just a small m. Then, if we had K means 1,000. This prefixes means is associated with some power of 10. Then, for example, we can write kilograms. This is the base unit. This the kilo is the prefixes. Then kilo means 1,000. Then if we had kilogram means we had 1,000 grams. And we can write kilogram like kj means this is kilogram. If we had kilometer, then we had kilo is the prefixes, meter is the base unit. When we had thousands, meters, and we can write 1,000 meters. We can write in abbreviated form like that. And here we had kiloliters. In kiloliters, kilo is the prefixes, liter is the base unit. Kilo means 1,000. Then we had 1,000 liters, and we can abbreviate. And you see in each of these cases, K means kilo, means 1,000, and this is the base unit. Then we can use the prefixes with any base unit, base unit. And here we had the example with the prefixes milli, and if we had milligrams means 1,000 grams, and we can write in abbreviated form like that, as small m. Here we had milliliters, means 1,000 meters, and this in this case the first m's is the prefixes, and the second m's means is the unit is meter. Here we had milliliters, and it's 1,000 liters, and then we can write m for the prefixes and L for liters. This milliliters. Then this indicates, this N in any case indicates thousandth, and this is the basic units. Then we can use the prefixes for any basic unit. And let's try now to focus in one unit. Then we will focus in this part for unit of length, and the basic unit is meter. Because the basic unit is meter, then we can write for example, 1 kilometer means we had 1,000 meters. 1 hectometer, we had 100 meters. If we had 1 decameter, then we had 10 meters. If we had meter is the basic unit, 1 decimeter, we had 1 over 10 meters, or we had also, we can write this one like 0.1. 1 over 10 is the same. We had 0.1 meter. 1 centimeter means 1 over 100, and we can just write this one like 0.01 meter. Or we can write 1 millimeter like 1 over 1,000 meters means we have 0.001 meters. And the abbreviation for each of these unit length is we had in front as we had kilo. Kilo is K, hectometer is H, decameter is DA. This is the basic units. Decimeter is just D. Centimeter will be C in this case, and milli, for in this case we have millimeter, will be mm. Then we can abbreviate this in the table we had in the bottom part of the page. We can write the same thing we had here in this table. You see, in the middle we had the basic unit is 1 meter is the basic unit for the length. Then here you see 1 kilometers equals to 1,000 meters. 1 hectometer equals to 100 meters. 1 decameter equals to 10 meters. 1 decimeter equals to 0.1 meter. 1 centimeter equals to 0.01 meter. And 1 millimeter equals to 0.01 meter. And the letter is below is how we can write the abbreviation. As in this case, we had kilometers, we had hectometers, we had decameters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. Then let's try to apply this conversion of units. Yes, we can use this units to do some conversion between one another unit in the metric system. Then we will do the problem in 2 ways, and you will solve in the way you want. Okay. Then first we will use the unit conversion factor. This is one way. We will use the unit conversion factor is the table we had here. Or we can use this table also to know how we can convert from one unit to another unit. One thing is we can use this table only if we convert in units of the metric system. Then let's now try to convert 5 kilograms to meters. And let's do it the way we learned before, using the unit conversion factor. Then we can use, in this case, the first unit conversion factor. Yes, 1 kilometer equals to 2,000 meters. Then let's right here, and we had this conversion. And we had one. The conversion is 1 kilometer equals to 1,000 meters. And this is the conversion factor. And we want to convert is 5 kilograms into meters. And we learned last time, then if we want to convert into meters, the units we want is meters, and the unit we don't want is kilometers. And we need to cancel out that unit, and we need to write the unit conversion factor in this way, because in that way the kilometers cancel out. Then we need to write the conversion factor in the right way. Then 1 kilometers, because we had 1, yeah, we had 1 here. Meters, we had 1,000 equals to 1,000 meters. Then kilometers and kilometers cancel out, And then we had, what we had here is, let me write here, is 5 times. And here you can skip this step if you feel you know how to do it. Then here 5 times 1,000 equals to 5,000 meters. Then we had 5 kilometers equal to 5,000 meters. Maybe we can write like that. This is one way. In the second way, we can use the table. Then what we want is, we will see where is kilometers in the table. Then kilometer is here. Yes? And we need to convert this one into meters. Then we will see how many places we need to move to get this number into the meters. Then 1, 2, 3. That means we need to multiply by, we need to move the decimal places. How many times? 1, 2, 3. And we will do something like that. We had the unit in kilometers, and we need to move to the meters. 1, 2, 3. And we need to move the decimal place 3 places to the right. In the same direction we will move the decimal place in the number. And because we move to the right, and we'll start here is 5 equals. And we had 5 here. The decimal point is here. Then we need to move 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Yes. The decimal point is now here. And we had 5,000. Yes, this 5 kilometers equals to 5,000. And because the now is meters, then here is in meters. Then what we need to do is just to see how many columns we need to move here to get the unit we want. If we move to the right, then we will move here also the decimal point to the right. How many places? 1, 2, 3. We will do the same here. 1, 2, 3, and then we had the same result we had on top. And it's important you learn in both ways, because sometimes if you don't remember the order of this table, or you don't have this table and you had is the conversion factor, then you know how to do in using the conversion. You know how to convert the unit using the unit conversion factor. And let's move to the next example. And then also we will do this one in both ways, and then we will try to use just the table. And let's use this one also doing the unit conversion factor, using the unit conversion factor and using the table we had on top. And we want 2.5 meters. Yes, 2.5 meters to centimeters. Then the conversion factor we want to use, yes, is meters to centimeters. And the conversion factor that correlate is centimeters and meters. And we can use, maybe it's easier for you if we write this one like 0.01. Let me write there. And 1, I will write here 1 centimeter equal 1/100 is 0.01 meter. And probably will be easier for you if we use this in this notation. Yes, it's the same we had here, 0.01. Then 1 centimeters equal to 0.01 meter. And let's use this conversion factor. Let's write here 1. This is the conversion factor. We will use 1. This is the unit conversion factor we will apply in this case. And let's start. We had 2.5 meters. Now we need to write the unit conversion factor in the way the meters simplify out, as this is, we need to write meters in the the denominator. Yes, we want meter here, and we want centimeters on top, because this is the units we want to simplify out. Then here we have 0.01, and here, let me write better this number. 0.01, and we had on top 1. And meters cancel out, and then finally we had 2.5 divided by 0.01, and the unit centimeters. What is the unit we want? Yes, this is the unit we want in the answer. Equals to and if we divide, yes, we need to move 2 places, then will be 250. Yes, in this case will be 200. You can use your calculator. Okay, it's 250 centimeters. And finally, we can say is 2.5 meters, 250. Now, let's see if we use the table we had. Then the units we had is in meters, and we need to convert this one into centimeters. Then we had 2 meters, but we need to convert this one into centimeters. Then let's see what happened. Meters, right? Now we need to move centimeters. How many decimal places we need to move? And we need to move 1, 2. Because we move to the right, we will do the same with this decimal place. 1, 2. Here is the decimal point. It's not 1, 2. Then we had 2.5 meters equals to 250 centimeters. And we had the same answer. Either we use the unit conversion factor, or if we use the chart we had here. And let's move to the next. Here we had 4 different examples, and in this case, because I know it's easier for you, then we will use the chart to convert to convert these numbers to the unit is indicated in each case. And we had 1,156 meters, and we want to convert into the kilometers. Then here we had, let me write here the number. We had 1,000 meters, and we want to convert into the kilometers. And let me write here the number to see how many places we need to move and in what direction. Then we had meters, kilometers. Then 1, 2, 3, and we need to move 3 places to the left. And we will do the same. And the decimal point, if it's not explicit decimal point, we know it's at the end. Then we need to move 1, 2, 3. Then here now is the new decimal place, and it's 1.156, but it's no meters, is kilometers. And 1.156 kilometers. And this is the answer. And now let's go with the next. 45.5 millimeters, and we want 2 centimeters. And let's see how many places we need to move. Then it's here, and we need to move 2 centimeters. Then how many places we need to move the decimal point? 1, but we move to the left. Then we will do the same here, and we will move. This is the decimal point, 1 to the left. Here is the new decimal point, and here the answer will be 45.5, but now is in centimeters. This is the answer. And let me get this part. Now we want to convert 564 millimeters to kilometers. Then 564 millimeters to kilometers. And let's write here the number. And now we need to see how many places we need to move. The number is in millimeters, we need to move to kilometers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to move 6 decimal places to the left. And we will do this one. We know the decimal places here. To the left, 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here will be the decimal point. We need to add these zeros, and some people prefer to write here to avoid any mistake. Yes. Then the decimal point is here. We need to move 6 decimal places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the answer is 0.000564 kilometers. Yes. And the last problem, we want to convert kilometers into centimeters. And let's write this one. Let's write here the number. We want to convert 35 kilometers to centimeters. And here is the kilometers. Now, how many places we need to move and in what direction? We want to centimeters, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the right. And we will do the same here. The decimal point is here at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here will be the new decimal point. We need to add the zeros here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 4, 5, and the centimeters. Sorry, here I had is 3,500,000 centimeters. Yes, 35 kilometers equals to 3,500,000 centimeters. Yes, and this is the answer in this case. And let's move to the next. The next is the units of mass in metric system, and the basic units for the unit of the mass in the metric system is the gram. And in the same way, we use the prefixes for length units. We can use the same prefixes for the unit of mass. Just we change the meters for grams. Then, for example, 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. 1 hectogram is 100 grams. 1 decagram is 10 grams. 1 decigram is 1/10 grams, or we know we can write this one like 0.1. Yes, we can write this one like 0.1. I will just write G is gram. We can abbreviate gram. Here is 0.01 gram, and we know this one is 0.001 gram. Then 1 decigram is 0.1 gram, or 1 centigram is 0.01 gram, 1 milligram is 0.001 gram. Yes. And we use the same letter for indicate the prefixes. Kilo means 1,000, H means hecto, means 100, DA is deca, means 10. This is the unit, the basic unit. This is deci, means 0.1, centi means 0.01, and milli means 0.001. And again, here we are summarize the same information we had in this table, in this chart. Yes, and we had 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams, 1 hectogram equals to 100 grams, 1 decagram equals to 10 grams, 1 decigram equal to 0.1 gram, 1 centigram equal to 0.01 gram, 1 milligram equal to 0.001 gram. Yes. And we will do the same thing we did in the previous example. We will convert these numbers from one unit to another unit using both. We will use the table, the chart, and we will use the unit conversion factor. We will learn in both ways, and then you will decide to solve the problem using the chart. Yes. But I want you to learn also in the other way, especially it's important when you are taking the science classes. You will need to know how to convert from one unit to another if you know the conversion factor, the unit conversion factor. And we want to convert 640 grams into kilograms. And what is the conversion factor we need to use in this case? We need to apply. Then we need for grams and kilograms. Then we know the conversion factor is this one. Yes. I will write here because I forgot to write on top. Let's write here 1 kilograms equal to 1,000 grams. Yes, this is the right conversion factor we need to use. And the way we need to write this one is in the way the unit we don't want cancel out. And the only way the grams cancel out is we had one on top and the other in bottom. Then this is the right way. Then here we will have grams 1,000 and kilograms is 1. Then 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram. Grams cancel out. Then we will have 500 kilograms. Let me write this one. Divide by 1,000. Divide by 1,000. Then finally, we had here equals to. We divide by 1,000. We just need to move the decimal point 3 places. This is 1, 2, 3. Then the answer is 5.6. Or you can use your calculator also. Kilograms. Also, we can eliminate the last 0, or you can just keep it. It's the same. Then it's the same. That 0 doesn't change the value of the number. And the final answer is 500 grams equals to 5.64 kilograms. Now let's do the same thing, but let's use the chart. Yes, let's write here. We had convert 506 grams into kilograms. Let me write here the number. Then we want grams into the kilograms. Then we need to move 1, 2, 3 decimal places to the left. When we will do the same thing here. Here is the decimal point 1, 2, 3. Here is the new decimal point. And if we convert grams into kilograms, the answer will be 5.640 kilograms. Yes, because this is the unit we had here. It's kilograms. And it's the same answer we got right there. Remember, this 0 we can keep, or we can eliminate, because that 0 doesn't change the value of the number. And we want to convert 345 kilograms into grams. And let me write here we know the conversion factor we need to use is 1 kilograms equal to 1,000 grams. As this is correlate these two units. And 345 kilograms. Here we will use the same conversion factor, the same unit conversion factor, but we need to be careful is how we need to write this conversion factor. And in this case, we need to cancel out, simplify out the kilograms, and we want to give the answer in grams. And we need to write, the only way this cancel out is if kilograms is on top and the other kilogram is on bottom, and grams must be on top. Then we need to write 1 kilogram and 1000 grams on top. You can see here we use the same conversion factor, but the way we write the conversion factor is different, yes, because it depends on what unit you had and what unit you want at the end. Then in this case, this cancel out, and the final answer is just we need to multiply 345,000 multiply 1000 grams. Then we multiply this one, just we will have 123 grams. And finally, we had 345 kilograms equal to 345,000 grams. Yes. And let's now use the chart. Yes. We need 345 kilograms. 345. Then kilograms to grams. Yes, kilograms to grams. And 1, 2, 3. And we need to move 3, 1, 2, 3 decimal places to the right. And it's here, the decimal point is 1, 2, 3, and here will be the same answer. Yes. Because we move to the kilo, we move 1, 2, 3, we move to the grams, then here is the missing grams. And we had the same answer in using either the first method or the second method. And the next unit we want to discuss are the units of volume. And in the volume, the basic unit is the liter. Then we will use the same prefixes, just we will change the basic unit. In this case is liter. Then we had kiloliter, yes, is 1000 liters, hectoliter, which is 100 liters, decaliters, which is 10 liters, deciliters equals to 0.1 liter, centiliters will be 0.01 liter, and milliliters 0.001 liter. And you can see here we will use the same prefixes. Yes, just what we did is we changed the basic units: kilo, hepto, deca, deci, centi, and milli, and we will use the same. And also we can summarize this one in this chart, and is just what we did in this case, just we changed the basic unit. Yes, and 1 kiloliter equals to 1000 liters, 1 hectoliter equals to 100 liters, 1 decaliter equals to 10 liters, 1 deciliter equals to 0.1 liter, 1 centiliter equals to 0.01 liters, 1 milliliter equals to 0.001 liter. Again, we will do the same thing. We will solve these two problems using the unit conversion factor, and we will use also the chart to convert from in this case from liters to kiloliters, and here for liters to milliliters. And we had 7.5 liters to kiloliters, then this is the same, and we can write the unit conversion factor we need to use is 1 kiloliter equals to 1000 liters. And let's write here 7.25 liters. And now the way we need to write is in the way the liters cancel out. And we need to write liters in the denominator and 1 kiloliter on top. And liters cancel out. And if we divide, we need to move 3 decimal places to the left. Then, or just you can divide. And we will have 0.00725 kiloliters. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0.005 kiloliters. Then we can do the same thing using the chart. Let me write here the answer. Final answer, we had 7 to 25 liters equal to 0.0025 kiloliters. And now let's do the same using the chart. Let me write here the number. Well, I will need more space here. 7.25. And we want to convert from liter to kiloliters. When liter is here, then we need to move 1, 2, 3 places to the left. Then here we will do the same. 1, 2, 3. Here is the new decimal point. And some people like me like to write here the 0. Then here will be 0.00725. Yes. And the same answer. Yes, we had. It should be the same answer. And now we want to convert 6.3 liters to milliliters. Then we need to convert liters into milliliters. Then this is the one. And we know we can write this one like 0.001 liter. And this is the conversion factor we need to apply in this case. Let me write here 1.001 liter and 6.3 liters. And we need liters, the denominator, this way the liters cancel out, and we need milliliters on top because this is the unit we want. And here we need to write the conversion factor. Liters, 0.001 liters. And if we divide these two numbers, we will get 6,300 milliliters, and means 6. Yes, let me write maybe all the steps will be better. And 6.3 liters. These liters cancel out. Milliliters divide by 0.001. Then we divide these two numbers, you will get 6,300 milliliters. And finally, you had 6.3 liters equals to 6,300. Let's do the same using the chart. It's 6.3 liters. Right here, 6.3. Then we need liters to milliliters, and let's see, we have liters here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, and move to the right. We need to move 3 places the decimal point. 1, 2, 3. Complete this one with 0. Then we had 6,300 milliliters. It's the same thing we had here in this when we use the conversion factor. And in this case, we had a problem. We had a company, Apollo Space Service, 149 hub tops. Yes. if each hot tub needs 115 milliliters of muriatic acid, how many liters of acid are needed for all the hot tubs? Then what we need to do, because we want the answer in liters. Yes, we had is the volume for one hot tub. Yes, for one, but we want what we had just the volume for one tub, and we want also the total volume. What is the total volume for all the hot tubs? But we want the answer in liters. Yes. Then what we can do first is we can convert what is the volume needed for one hot tub from milliliters to liters. Yes, this is we can do first, and then we will take care of the last part. Yes, we can calculate the total volume of the muriatic acid they need. Then let's convert first. This is the volume for one hot tub is 150. Yes. 50 is the volume for each. And what we want to convert 150 milliliters to liters. And let's use the chart we had there. Then 150 equals, let me write here this one just to add, then milliliters to liters. Then 1, 2, 3, 3 places to the left, and the decimal point is here. 1, 2, 3. Here is the decimal point, right? The decimal point when we convert from milliliters to liters, then we have 0.115 liters. Yes, because here we move from milliliters to liters. And now we know the volume for one hot tub is 0.115 liters. Now, how we can get the total volume? If you know you need to multiply, just multiply to get the total volume. Just multiply 149 for the volume for each tube. Just you go ahead and multiply. If you are confused, if you need to multiply or you need to divide, and you can also write up a proportion. Yes, you can write a proportion. Then just you remember, when you write a proportion, the same thing you had on top, you need to write on the bottom. Yes. Then, for example, we know 1, and let's write the proportion with the information we know. We had 1 hot tub equal to 0.115 liters. And we want to know 149 hot tubs, how many liters? Yes, we need for 149 hot tubs. And yes, you had to be careful. If you had hot tubs on top, then, and here is the liters. As in this case will be the liters. Let me write the liters. And just you have to be careful. If you wrote out on top the hot tubs, then everything in both part of the proportion, you need to have hot tubs on top, and you need to have liters. And then what you can do is you can solve using the cross product. Yes. And 1 times x is x, and then you multiply 149 times 0.5. Again, if you know the volume for one tube is this one, and you want to know the total volume, if you know you need just multiply, you can skip this step, as you don't need to write the proportion. But if you are confused, if you need to divide or multiply you don't know what to do, just write the proportion and you will get the right answer. And if we multiply these two numbers, we will get 17.135 liters. Then for 149 hot tubs, they need 17.135 liters, as this is the volume of muriatic acid they need. Then now we will move to the section 6.5. In the section 6.5, we want to apply some units conversion factor to convert units from American system to metric system and vice versa. Then here we had some unit conversion factors to convert from American to metric system. You see, this is the American system, American units is inches, and this is the metric units. Then to convert from inches to centimeters, to foot to meters, to yard to meters, to miles from kilometers. Then you can use any of these conversion factors. Also, you can use this one as from metric system to American system. 1 centimeter equals to 0.3937 inches. 1 meter is the equivalent in feet. 1 meter in yard equivalent, and 1 kilometer in miles. We can convert using any of these unit conversion factors. But the important thing is you can use either the first one or you can use the second one. Both works, yes, because both correlate. The important thing is how you write the unit conversion factor depend on what problem. Another thing is, you see here is not the equal sign, here is the approximate sign. Then these are approximations. Then when we convert, if some of the decimal doesn't match, if we use either this conversion factor or this one, then sometimes few of the decimal doesn't match because these are approximation. We don't have all the decimal numbers here. Yes, we had just part of the decimal of the decimals. Then this is why sometimes it's not exactly the same, but it's close. The values are close enough if we use either this conversion factor or this conversion factor. Then let's show this in solving one example. And what I am going to do is we will convert this 14 feet to meters, and we will use the conversion factor from American to metric system, and we will use also the conversion factor from metric to American system, which correlate feet and meters. And we will see the answer is the same. Yes? It's very, very close enough. And let's see, we want to convert 14 feet to meters. And now the next thing we had this problem, we need to check what is the unit conversion factor we need to apply in this case. Then we had feet to meters, then this is the right conversion factor. Let me write here that then 1 feet equals to point. This is the conversion factor we need to apply in this case. Then we need to convert 14 feet. Now, how we need to write the conversion factor? In the way the feet cancel out, and in the answer must be in meters. Then 1 feet, we know we need feet here, then it's 1 feet. This is in the denominator, and the other one will be on top. In this way, the feet cancel out, simplify out, and finally we had the answer in meters, as this is the unit we want. And here we had 14 times 0.348 meters. If we multiply these two numbers together, we get 4.4 2672 meters. And if we round to the nearest tenth, then we will have 4.3. Yes, this is 6. We round up, then the next will be 3 meters. Then finally, we had 14 feet equals to 4.3 meters. Yes. Then now let's do the same thing, but we will use the other conversion factor. In this case, we use the conversion factor from American to metric system. And let's use the other conversion factor that correlate meter and feet. Yes, is this one. And in this case, we will use this one. And in the other case, we will use this one. And we will do this one in the first problem, just to show you, you can use either one and you will get the same answer. And 14 feet to meter. Then we had here 1 meter equals to, well, about, yes, it's approximate to 3.2808 feet. And now 4 feet. And we want the answer in meters, then we need to write this one into the denominator to cancel out, to simplify out the feet. And the unit we want in meters. Then this cancel out. And finally we have 14 meters, yes, 14 meters, 3.2808. And if we divide these two numbers, we will get 4.2671. Then we had here 14 feet, 4 point, here is meters, 2671 meters. But we will not want to the nearest tenth, then here we had 4.3 meters. And just you can see is 1 to the 4 decimal place, you know, the 10,000th place is different, yes, because this, again, these are approximation, but these numbers are close enough. As if we round to the nearest tenth, we had the same, exactly the same answer. Then to solve the problem, you can use either this conversion factor or this conversion factor, and you will get the same answer. Yes, you will get the same answer. Let's move to the next. And now let's use just one of the, now we know we can use either one, then it's up to you what conversion, unit conversion factor you want to use. Then now let's move to the, let's convert 12 inches to centimeters. And let's write here what is the conversion factor we need to apply. And let's use this conversion factor. Yes, we can use either this one or this one. Yes, either one works. And we can, let's use this one. 1 inches equals to 2.54 centimeters. Yes. And let's write now 12 inches. Now we know we need to write inches on bottom. In this way, inches cancel out, and we need the other unit, the other part on top. And in this way, inches cancel out, and finally we have 12 times 2.54, and the answer is in centimeters. Is the unit we want. Yes. And if we multiply these two numbers, we will get 30.48. But we want the nearest tenth, then we can write 12 inches equals, and we need to round the 10th position. This is A, we need to add 1, then will be 30.5 centimeters. And here is the final answer. Let's convert the other one. Then we want to convert 4.2 kilometers to miles. Then 2 kilometers, then we need to correlate, we need to check what is the conversion unit conversion factor we want to use, and we can apply this one, either this one or this one, both works. And let's apply the first one. Let's apply the first one, then it's 4.2, and let's use this one. 1 mile equals to 1.1693, and 4.2, then we know we need 2 kilometers important because we need to cancel out this unit, and we need miles on top. Let's cancel out, and finally we had 4.2 miles, because this is the unit we want. Yes, divide by 1.63, and we divide this one, we'll get 2.6098 miles. And now we will want to round to the nearest 100. Then 4.2 kilometers equals nearest 100. We need to round this decimal place. Because this is larger than 1, we need to add 1. As the testing digit is greater than 5, then we need to add 1. Then will be 2.61 miles. Here is the answer. And the last part of the American units to metric units is to convert from between these two system of units is the unit of mass. And here we had the conversion factors we can apply. Then we had 1 ounce is 28.35 grams, 1 pound equals about 0.4540 kilograms, and 1 gram equals to 0.035 ounces, and 1 kilogram is about 2.2 pounds. Then we can use either conversion factor, and I will do just the first time to use both to show you you can use either one. And we want to convert 226 kilograms. As we want to convert 226 kilograms to pounds, as this is the symbol for pounds, and we need from kilograms to kilograms to pounds, when we can use either this, as this correlate pounds and kilograms, or we can use this one. Either way works. And let's start with the first one. Then we will use this first. Let me write here 1.454 kilograms, then 226 kilograms, and we need to write kilograms in the denominator to simplify out the kilograms, and 1 pound on top. Let's cancel out. Finally we had here 226 pounds divided by 0.454, and then if we divide these two numbers, we will get 497.79 pounds. And when we want to round to the nearest tenth, yes, then we will have 226 kilograms equal to, and we need to round this place, then it's 497.8 pounds. We need to round up. Yes. Then let's now try the other one as the other, and now let's try this one. And we had 2.26 kilograms to pounds. Then 226 kilograms. Then this is the conversion factor we want to use. 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Then we know we need to write kilograms in the denominator, 2.2 pounds on top. Let's cancel out. Finally, we need to multiply 226 times 2.2. The answer is in pounds. We multiply these two numbers, we had 497.2 pounds. And we don't need here to round because it's already the 10th place. We have just into the 10th place the decimal. Then pounds. And what I want to show this one, you see the numbers are close enough, but the decimal are different. And the reason is here again, these are approximation, but either one is correctly. In our case, then if you got this answer or if you got this answer, both are right. Even if this decimal place is different in the two values, but 497 is close enough. Yes, that number. Then now we want to convert 201 pounds into kilograms, and 201 pounds to kilograms. And pounds to kilograms. Let's like this one as 201 pounds into kilograms. Then and we want to like this 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. It's easier to remember this conversion factor than this one. This I prefer to use this one. 201 pounds. Then now we need to write in the way pounds cancel out, and the answer the kilograms. And here the pounds cancel out, and we have 201 times 1 is 201 kilograms divided by 2.2. And we divide these two numbers, we will get let's see, 91.36 kilograms. 0.36 kilograms. Now, if we want to round to the nearest tenth, then we will have 201 pounds equals to 91 point. We need to round up as 4 kilograms. And this is the answer. Now we want to convert 100 ounces to kilograms. And we need to convert 100 ounces to kilograms. Then what is here? We can convert ounces into grams. Yes. But we don't have direct conversion factor from grams to kilograms. Then in this case, we need to use the conversion factor of the metric system. Yes. Remember, kilo is 1,000, then we know 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams. Yes, kilo is 1,000. Then in this case, we need to use the change of conversion. Yes, we need to use change of conversion factors to convert from ounces to kilograms. And let's write what conversion factors we will use. And we can use this conversion factor. Yes. And what we will do, maybe I will write here is 1. We will first apply this conversion factor to convert into grams. But then we need to convert into the kilogram, but we know 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams, because kilo means 1,000. Yes. Then we need to use these two conversion factors to get the answer. And let's write here is 1,000. 1,000 is 100. Sorry, not 1,000. It's 100 ounces. 100 ounces. And let's write next. We want first to convert into grams. We need to simplify out the ounces. Then we had 1 ounce here, and on top we had 28.35 grams. Now we want the answer in kilograms. Then this cancel out, and we need to write the other conversion factor. We want the grams cancel out because we want the answer in kilograms, and we need to write grams in the denominator, 1,000 grams, and we want 1 kilogram on top. And grams cancel out, and we had the answer in grams. Then what we had here is what we had on top. We had 100 times 28.35, and we had kilograms, divided by 1,000. Divide by 1,000. Then what we can do here, remember, we can cancel out these zeros. Yes. And really what we had is 28.35 divided by 10. If we divide by 10, what we had to do is we need to move this to the left. Yes. This decimal place, because it's divided by 10 one place, then it will be here. And the answer is 2.835 kilograms. Then if you don't remember, you can simplify the zeros. Just you multiply by 100 and then divide by 1,000, and you will get the same answer. Then 100 ounces equal to 2.835 kilograms. And this is the answer. Here is the units of volume, and here is few. We had few units conversion, some conversion factors in between liters and the American unit of volume. Yes, for example, we had one fluid ounces to liters. We had quart to liters. We had gallons to liter. We had liters to pint. Yes. Then here we had few conversion factors. Then we will use this. If you know how to solve for one conversion factor, you know how to solve for each of them. Yes. If you know how to apply one conversion factor, you know how to apply any of these conversion factors for different problems. And let's try this one. We want to convert 6.5 gallons to liters. And gallons to liters. Then we can use either this conversion factor or this conversion factor. Yes, we can use this one or this one. And let's use this one. 1 gallon is about 3.785 liters. Then how we need to write this one? Let me write here the conversion factor we are going to apply. 3.785 liters. And 6.5 gallons. And 6.5 gallons times. Then we need to write this conversion factor in the way the gallons cancel out. Then we need to write 1 gallon in the denominator and the other number 3.785 liters on top. Gallons cancel out, and the units is in liters. It's the units we want. Finally, we had 6.5 times 3.785 liters. We multiply these numbers together. we will have 24, about 24.60 liters. This is 6. Let me write this one again. It's 24.60 liters. And finally, we had 6.5 gallons equal to 24.60 liters. The next one is to convert 1.5 liters to fluid ounces, and we had two options. We can use this conversion factor, or we can use this conversion factor. Yes, we can use either one. Let's use this one. 1 liter equal to about, yes, 1 liter is about 0.8 fluid ounces. And let's use the conversion factor to solve this problem. Liters. And we need to write this one in the way the liters cancel out. Then we know 1 liter must be in the denominator and the other one is on top. 0.8 ounce. The liters cancel out and the units is in fluid ounces. This is the unit we want. And if we multiply this one, we have 1.5 times 0.8 fluid ounces. If we multiply these numbers together, we will get 3,000, about 3,549. And finally, we had 105 liters equals to 3,500 ounces. Now this is the last problem. Now we want to convert units of speed. Yes, from one system, from American system to metric system, or from metric system to American system. And in this case, we want to convert 60 miles per hour. That's 60. Remember, we can write this one in this way, or we can write this is the same thing. We have 60 miles per hour. These two are the same. It's two different notations to write miles per hour. And we want to convert this one. Yes, we want to convert 60 miles per hour to kilometers per hour. What you can see here is the hours. We don't need to convert the units of time. Yes, because it's a speed, we had units of length or distance, units of length, and we had units of time. But in this case, the units of time is the same, and we don't need to worry about that. Yes, and what we need to take care now is the units of the length. We need to convert miles to kilometers, and we need to see what we can use. Either this or this conversion factor, and let's use the first one. Let's use this one, and let's use this. Yes, we will apply one. Let me write here the conversion factor we will use is 1 mile equal to 1,6093 kilometers. 1 mile is equal to 1.6093 kilometers. And let's write here 60 miles per hour. And we need to convert the miles. We don't need to worry for the hours. And we need to cancel out the miles, and we need to get the answer in kilometers. Then miles here and the kilometers on top. And miles cancel out, and the final answer is kilometers on top and hours in the denominator, as we had kilometers on top and hours in the denominator. And if we solve this one, what we had is 16 times 1.6093 kilometers, and we had 1 times h, or hours, is hours. We multiply these numbers together, we will get 96.558 kilometers per hour. And if we want to round the answer to the nearest kilometer per hour, it means we don't want to give in the decimal, as we want to give in the integer number. And 16 miles per hour equals, and we need to round up, we need 97 kilometers per hour. And this is the final answer. And this is all I had to discuss for today.